Naruto chases after Deidara, unaware that Deidara is baiting him. However, Kakashi also tags along, telling Sakura and Chiyo to handle Sasori until Team Guy manages to return. Wanting to fight Naruto alone, Deidara tells Kakashi that Sasori is much stronger than him, and therefore he should go back in order to aid Sakura and Chiyo. Naruto agrees, but Kakashi remains. Kakashi decides to use his Sharingan against Deidara, since the latter managed to defeat Gaara. Deidara finds Naruto's behavior odd, stating that with the exception of Gaara, they have killed 2 Jinchuriki before, and that no one came to their rescue. He adds that most people were actually glad to be rid of them. He understands that Naruto must have some desire to save another of his kind, but finds the notion pathetic. Back inside the Akatsuki hideout, Chiyo explains that the Sasori they see in front of them is not Sasori's actual body, but in fact a puppet named Hirako. Sakura wonders where Sasori is, as she does not see someone behind Hirako pulling his strings, and is shocked to learn that Sasori is operating Hirako from within. Chiyo explains that since puppet masters are not good at close combat and rely on their puppets to attack, this leaves the puppeteers themselves vulnerable, hence why Sasori created Hirako, to counteract that weakness. Chiyo reveals that Sasori was once a master puppeteer in the Sand Village, but at some point began to transform human corpses into human puppets, which Sasori considered a form of art. The puppet they see in front of them, Hirako, is actually the body of a shinobi from a neighboring village whose corpse Sasori used. Chiyo tells Sakura that she joined the Kazekage rescue team believing she could stop Sasori, as she knew how Hirako operated, but reveals that Sasori has improved and refined the puppet. Nonetheless, they believe they have the advantage and Chiyo shares a secret with Sakura, which Sasori is unable to hear. Finally ready to start their battle, Chiyo and Sakura rush at Sasori and Hirako. Sasori uses prepared puppet, 8 waves of needles, which causes poison-laced senbon to rapidly fire out of Hirako's mouth. Both Chiyo and Sakura are able to dodge every single senbon. Sasori resorts to releasing Hirako's arm and launching it as a projectile, which releases even more poison-laced senbon. Once more, Chiyo and Sakura are able to avoid every single one of them, to Sasori's disbelief. While he is able to understand Chiyo's masterful dodging, as she is an expert puppeteer herself, he is unable to comprehend how Sakura was able to do so as well. While Chiyo stands idly, Sakura rushes towards Hirako. Sasori attempts to jab her using Hirako's poison-tipped tail, but his attack is blocked by Chiyo, leaving Hirako vulnerable. Using her chakra-enhanced strength, Sakura lands a massive blow on Hirako, destroying the human puppet. Sasori manages to get out of the rubble but keeps his face covered. Chiyo demands that he turn around and face them, claiming she waited 20 years and traveled all this way just to see her grandson's face once more. With his puppet destroyed, Sasori reveals himself to Chiyo and Sakura, looking no older than when he left his village over 20 years ago. Chiyo and Sakura are both unable to believe that Sasori has not aged in 2 decades. Meanwhile, Temari's team, along with Kankuro and Ebizo, decide to make their way towards the Land of Rivers, in order to support the Kazekage rescue team. Kankuro tells Temari to take a break, which Temari protests, until Kankuro points out the members of her team are exhausted and unable to continue. Although Temari is able to persuade them to push themselves past their limits in order to save their Kazekage, Ebizo tells the others to take notice of where they have stopped. Looking around, the team realize that they are standing on the same battlefield where Team Kakashi fought Itachi. Ebizo claims that since they are in Akatsuki territory, blindly rushing in, and to do so exhausted, would result in swift and sudden annihilation. While the team decides to rest, Ebizo tells them the tale of the strongest ninja in the Sand Village's history, the 3rd Kazekage, and how one day he was mysteriously kidnapped. He tells the Sand Ninja that the village searched for him for years, with the Umbu even searching in secret. However, they were unable to find his corpse or even how he was kidnapped. Ebizo states that during the time that the Sand searched for the 3rd Kazekage, the village entered into a state of panic that allowed enemy ninja from a rival village to invade the Sand and cause a war. Believing that such bloodshed could have been avoided had the Sand dealt with the crisis in a calm fashion, Ebizo tells the team not to repeat the Sand's mistakes from the days of the 3rd Kazekage. Back in the Akatsuki hideout, Sasori uses Hirako's head to launch another round of poison-tipped senbon, only for Sakura to dodge them all once more. However, this time he realizes that it is Chiyo who is pulling the strings, using Sakura as her own human puppet. He then summons a new puppet to battle with, revealed to be none other than the 3rd Kazekage. Chiyo realizes that it is Sasori who kidnapped and killed the 3rd around a decade ago, and is appalled to learn that he transformed the 3rd into a human puppet. While she finds his association with Akatsuki regrettable, she finds his betrayal to his village the most despicable, holding him responsible for the murders of the last 3 Kazekage, the 3rd, the 4th, and Gaara, the 5th. Sasori claims that it was one of his spies that was complicit in the murder of the fourth, but admits that the Akatsuki and Orochimaru have some shared history. Wanting some answers, Sakura tells Sasori that he will tell her what she wants to know. Not wanting to drag out their fight, as he needs to aid Deidara outside to capture Naruto, Sasori uses the third Kazekage puppet to launch more poison senbon towards Sakura, but Chiyo manages to have Sakura evade the attack successfully. Using the third Kazekage's poison blades, Sasori tries to stab Sakura, but the attack is blocked by Hiriko's tail, which Chiyo controls with her chakra threads. However, the blades are powerful enough to break Hiriko's already powerful tail. Having no other method to protect Sakura, Chiyo is unable to block Sasori's Thousand Hands manipulation force. However, she is able to masterfully control Sakura to avoid any damage and pull her out of harm's way. Sasori counters by releasing poison gas, knowing that despite Chiyo controlling Sakura, there is no way she could prevent Sakura from inhaling the fumes. On the outside, Deidara flies away with Gaara's corpse, prompting Naruto to follow him. Since Team Guy is occupied and Deidara was strong enough to beat Gaara, Kakashi decides to follow Naruto, leaving Sakura and Chiyo to defeat Sasori on their own. Naruto continues to follow Deidara, who considers himself lucky that will have taken down not one but two Jinchuriki. Only wanting to take on Naruto, he attempts to ditch Kakashi using his explosive clay, but Kakashi prevails. As his supply of clay is running low, he realizes that he must face Kakashi along with Naruto at the same time. Kakashi continues to follow as he is already too far from the others, even noting that he is about to be out of range of the wireless radio's transmission. Sakura manages to escape the poison gas cloud by using an explosive tag, the blast dissipating the gas. She tells Sasori that he will be taken down by her, but Sasori responds by sending multiple kunai her way. Chiyo blocks the move by using the mother and father puppets that Sasori had modeled out of his dead parents as a child. Sasori finds the idea absurd, as he designed those puppets and knows how they work. Nonetheless, Chiyo has the mother and father puppets pull out wire string and have them charge at Sasori. The puppets manage to slice through the third Kazekage puppet's Thousand Hands manipulation force. Sasori detaches the left arm of the puppet before Chiyo's could slice through them. The left arm is revealed to have a buzzsaw, but the mother and father puppets have hidden weapons of their own. After going through an intense puppet battle, Chiyo manages to destroy the buzzsaw while Sasori destroys the mother's sword and the father's club. Deciding to use his trump card, Sasori unveils the third Kazekage's secret technique, Iron Sand, touted to be the most dangerous technique in the Sand Village's history. Meanwhile, Team Guy are having trouble fighting their clones, exhausted from their efforts and no one except Guy being able to land a blow on their counterparts.